Welcome to my tutorial on how to use Apple Mail with your Wealthy Affiliate domain email account. This tutorial will also cover a few problems with the Apple Mail program and how to get around them. First, we're going to go ahead and log into Wealthy Affiliate. Once you've logged into Wealthy Affiliate, click on Websites, Site Manager, and finally on Site Email. Locate the email account you want to set up and click on SMTP Settings. Once you have the settings displayed, go ahead and go to the System Preferences and then to Internet Accounts. Once there, click on Add Another Account and then click on Mail Account. Go ahead and enter the email account address, that way you know which account this is for. And then enter the incoming mail settings password for that account. Go ahead and click Sign In. At this point it will fail. Go ahead and fill out the information that it's asking for, starting with the username, which is the full email account. Make sure the password is correct. Go ahead and put the incoming server in, which you'll find under incoming mail settings. Notice that when you paste that in, the username disappeared again. Go ahead and fill in the outgoing mail settings, and then we'll return and add the username back in. For some reason, Apple Mail has this idiosyncrasy. Sometimes it doesn't remove it, sometimes it does. It's just one of those weird quirks. Once you have that in there, go ahead and hit Sign In. This is going to fail a second time. So let's see what happens here. Go ahead and click on Continue. It's going to think for a few moments, and then it should present us with the options that it failed again. Go ahead and click Next. Now uncheck Notes, but leave Mail checked, and click Done. Sometimes when you do this, it'll add the account like you saw on the left there. Other times it will add it, but the window will remain. Just click on Cancel to get to this. If you notice the description changed, I like to put the full email account in, that way I know which email account this is for. Once you've done that, go ahead and hit Quit, and then open up your mail program. Once the mail program is open, go ahead and navigate to the Preferences, then click on Accounts, and finally on the account you created. Once there, click on Server Settings, and here's where we're going to make sure everything is good. Go ahead and uncheck Automatically Manage Connection Settings. You can see that some information is missing from the outgoing mail server, so go ahead and click on it, SSL should be off, Edit, and the authentication should be set to password. Make sure that the right account is selected, and let's go ahead and give it a description. Again, I'm going to give it the email address, and as you can see, when I did that, it swapped out of it. So I'm going to go ahead and put the username in again. Make sure you copy it from the outbound settings and not the inbound. And when you tab or change, it's going to disappear again. You're going to have to reselect it from the list. This is another one of those funny idiosyncrasies that happens sometimes but not others. I decided to change the description just to the domain because it's the same for all accounts for outbound mail. So you only need to define one regardless of how many email accounts you have for that domain. Go ahead and fill in the rest of the information. Again, the outbound password is different from the inbound, so make sure you select the right one. Uncheck the automatic options. Make sure SSL is set, port 587, and that authentication is set to password. Once everything is great, go ahead and click OK. And actually, it should be shown in the account, but now it's set to none. And if we click on it, it's missing from the list. Sometimes if you wait a moment and then check again, it will show back up, but this is another known problem with Apple Mail. Apple Mail's not terrible, but when it does have problems, they're plenty, and we just don't know why it happens. Sometimes they're there, sometimes it's not. As you can see, we edited the list and it's completely gone, so we're going to go ahead and hit the plus symbol and add the server manually all over again. We'll go ahead and give it a description, put in the username, put in the password, check the host name, which is smtp.siterubix.com, and go through all the port settings and SSL and making sure it's set to password again. And then once we have that all in there, we'll go ahead and hit OK. And again, the account is set to none. Let's go ahead and pull it down, and oh look, that one is there this time, so we're going to go ahead and select it. But here's yet another bug with Apple Mail. Look at that, it disappeared on its own. Let's select it one more time and see what happens. And again, it disappears. So what we're going to do now is switch out of the account, switch to another account and back, try it again, see if it sticks. My guess is it's not going to, and it didn't. So after trying multiple times and playing with the options and everything else, you'll see that it disappears up before I could even hit save. This is frustrating. It happens a lot, but once you get the settings to stick, you don't have to worry about them again. But that's the problem. So now that I'm having a problem doing this, the next step is to go ahead and quit the mail program completely and then go back into it and try again. So we're going to go ahead and close this up. We're going to go ahead and quit, relaunch it, and see if this will allow us to do it this time. Alright, let's go ahead and go back to Preferences, click on Accounts, select the account we created, click on Server Settings, and then just for the heck of it, let's go ahead and edit the list one more time and just make sure that everything is still in there. Oh look, this time what we set up last time stuck. Just checking the advanced, everything looks fine here. Go ahead and click OK or cancel. And now we're going to go ahead and select it. We're going to wait a moment, make sure it doesn't disappear. Oh, looks like it's going to stick. That's a good sign. Let's go ahead and close this. Now we're going to go ahead and select Connection Doctor, and we want to check our IMAP for the account and our SMTP for the account we created. If both have a green dot and they were successful, that means that the account should work. I'm now going to test it by sending an email to my personal email from the new account we just created. And please forgive me, I have many emails from many websites, so when we go to check for this, it's going to take a few moments and you're just going to have to sit in silence with me. I do apologize, but I didn't want to delete all my accounts just for this one demo, or tutorial I should say. So now we're going to sit here and wait. I'm going to go ahead and check mail. And as you can see, it says checking mail, and this is where we get to wait a while as it checks all of my accounts. But you will see that the message does actually come in. I don't know, anybody here a Jeopardy fan? Still checking mail. Still checking mail. And for those of you who don't have like 17 accounts like I do, it'll be a much faster process. Oh look, it came in. Great. So now let's go ahead and do a reply to check traffic in the other direction. So now we're going to go ahead and make sure that it goes back to the account we just created from my personal account. So that way we've tested from the new account to my personal account and from my personal account to the new account. Now the one that just popped up here is actually my sent mail, so this is not the message coming back in, it's just me sending it out. So once again, we're going to sit here for a moment, give it time to deliver, and then we're going to check mail again. And again, my apologies for how long this takes. I'm a little lazy on the video editing. I suppose I could have just cropped out all this waiting time, but, suffer with me a little bit. Okay, it came in. Let's see, where did it come from? If I click on there, it came from my personal account to my new account. There you go. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial.